Kasha is an interesting boss in Nioh 3, and I know what caught your attention first when you were shown this enemy. It really grabs your attention, it's impossible to look away. But we'll still have to make this boss cry, and I'll tell you an easy tactic for how I did it. So first, a quick word about the build. I use the Iga set, which I upgrade with ninja tools. For attacks, I chose Thundering Calamity, a regular shuriken, and a kunai. For magic, I use the Demon of Pride skill and regular elemental attacks with wind and water. While there are charges at the beginning of the battle, I use the Demon of Pride skill, as Kasha has protection against fire attacks. Therefore, we use water. Moving to a distance, I try to use all my throwing items as quickly as possible. Their choice is obvious to me. Thundering Calamity deals a lot of damage, and regular shurikens and kunai regenerate very quickly, are easy to throw while moving, do not require stopping, and deal quite a lot of damage. The tactic is simple. While I have Demon of Pride charges, I use them. Then I stand at a distance and throw all the throwing items I have at the boss. When ninja tools run out, I switch to magic. Long-range magic attacks are slower, but they also deal a lot of damage. From time to time, Kasha tries to run you over with his wheels. I dodge this, and almost always manage to make a perfect dodge, thanks to the fact that I have no more than 30% of my equipment weight. Of course, after a perfect dodge, ninja tools are restored, and I have something to attack the enemy with again. I use this tactic until the end of the fight. When you are standing at a distance, the only danger to you is when the boss approaches you at high speed. This is a good chance to make a perfect dodge. All other attacks cannot reach you. When Kasha swings her fire whip around, this attack simply does not reach you, so you have nothing to worry about. When Kasha enters the dark phase, nothing changes for you. The tactics remain the same as what you were doing before. That's why I like her. Kasha gets wheels that attack with water elemental energy, in addition to her fire whip. They start to glow blue. The boss also jumps into the air more often and lands with a powerful blow. You can easily spot all these attacks, predict them, and dodge them in time. That's why I find this battle quite easy and even monotonous. There are no instant attacks that are difficult to predict. Therefore, the fight with Kasha always remains under control. Of course, since the boss leaves a lot of fire trails behind, you may take a small amount of damage, but elixirs will help you restore your health bar. The only caveat is that in order for Thundering Calamity to damage the enemy, you need to be at medium range. If you are too far away, the shot will not reach the boss. Otherwise, the battle goes perfectly. The boss attacks sporadically, allowing you to dodge perfectly. When ninja tools are used, gradually shoot water and wind shots. I think that in this mode, you can defeat this boss, even if she had twice as much health. Despite the fiery landscape and lots of fire around, everything happens quite calmly. Kasha does not have a large arsenal of attacks. Her attacks repeat one after another, and you can easily notice them and act accordingly in each situation. The main components of your success are long distance and constant restoration of ninja tools. Although this boss is classified as medium difficulty, I didn't see any problems in this fight at all. Everything is very simple and predictable. If you have problems with this opponent, you can also try my tactics. Long distance protects you from most attacks, and constantly regenerating ninja tools will give the boss no chance of winning. Towards the end of the battle, you will gradually run out of all your magic attacks, just like me. That's why I switched to the second tab with skills. Here I have Blood Edge Demon and Enenra. And although these two bosses also have the fire element, I will use them in this battle to deal some extra damage to my opponent. In general, I don't rely on them too much, but if they are in my arsenal, why not use them? Once all my attacks are exhausted, I activate the Wind Talisman and turn on my ultimate ability. This usually happens at the end of the fight, when I see that I will win the battle anyway. During the ultimate ability, I try to deal as many heavy attacks as possible to the boss to inflict a lot of damage. The main thing here is to move away in time when the ultimate ability bar ends. Accordingly, after using your ultimate ability and attacking your opponent, you will restore many ninja tools. Therefore, without hesitation, use this weapon to finish the fight. If you found this video useful, please like it, and subscribe to the channel. I also recommend watching all the other videos on Nioh 3, where I show how to complete difficult quests and defeat absolutely all the bosses in the game. I use similar but different tactics for each one. See you in the next video, and take care, my friend.